Hello everyone, it's me, NYC Einstein from the Florida New York Stock Exchange, the Einstein of Wall Street. It is May 30th, coming to the end of the month. 4:58, kind of a mixed day. It's really kind of baffling. We came this morning, we were up a bunch. You know, kind of sort of a bounce off of yesterday's negative news, but the market's sort of in an odd place. And you don't usually get confused, and I usually try to share as transparently as I can with you of what I'm seeing, but I'm kind of, you know, in me, I'm the ultimate bull, and I'm always looking for the positive side, and that way has sort of lived itself out in a good way. But I'm sort of at a baffling spot. I'm not telling you what I think you should do or shouldn't do. I'm just trying to understand where the market's going from here. That's what I do. So the Dow Jones up 50. We're at 25,160 in the Dow. So we are surely off these highs of the 25.8 most recent highs. So that's been a little bit fractured. The volume is super light today. It's almost like everyone's on vacation. The Russell off 5, the SPY's up 5. That's insignificant, not a big deal. Oil's getting really hurt. I think it's an inventory play, but it's selling off more than I kind of think, and I don't really know the reason besides higher inventory. All that being said, I'm kind of feeling that there's sort of a erosion of any kind of confidence people have in the market. If you're a trader, you're having a rough time. You either should be taking your profits and not sitting around and taking unacceptable losses. If you're an investor and you're in the market, my only thing is you just got to stay in it to win it. No point bailing at this point. If you're thinking of putting money to work, and there are people who are underinvested, you know, there are people who have lost some confidence. There are people who did not jump on board this train. There are people who are looking for bargains. There are people looking to put money to work, and there are people who are sitting around with money in the wings wondering what to do, and I'm not sure what to do. You know, I think we've seen, you know, we've got an administration that's been around for 800 and something days, and the bickering doesn't stop every day, whether whoever side you're on. One guy goes after the other goes after the other. There's nothing presidential about it. There's nothing transparent about it. It's incoherent as far as everything goes. Do we have a deal with China or do we not? You know, the Fed is fairly stable. It depends on what goes on globally and domestically as far as the economy goes. How is that actually doing? Are earnings really a function of lower estimates and they're coming in poorly? Why is retail so much under fire? You know, are people losing confidence in the economy, in the administration, in the markets at all? You know, are people just sort of sitting around waiting for the next shoe to drop? We are only one tweet away from a 1,000-point rally or a 1,000-point sell-off. All that being said, those are the unknowns, and I'm just feeling that you're sitting in a pool of marinating muck, and we're not really sure the direction. I'm looking for direction, and I don't have it. Do we go down 1,000 from here or up 1,000 from here? I can't answer that question. There are so many unknowns. There's so many, you know, when there's no coherent dissemination of information, whether it's economically, trade-related, tariff-related, Fed-related, individual company-related, globally, domestically, it's muck, it's mire, and I'm not clear. So at this point, it's not a bad show. We are on the lower end of our recent high markets. The S&P has broken. We were at 2,900. It broke 28. We're below 200-day moving averages in a lot of these indices. The Dow's been under pressure from the recent highs of 25.8 down to 25 and change. So we're at one of those crossroads where if we break below this, we're waiting for some news to come out. If it's super positive and we're no longer farther away from a tweet of a Chinese deal going through, which apparently we may have had and they backed out on, we go higher and it's all fine and good. There's so much resting on the next few days, on the next few weeks, on what's going to happen. And all that is resting on incoherency and madness. So I'm not going to babble on for much more than that. For today, we've got some green, we've got some red, and there's not that much going on. If they want to be selling them on anxiety, and that was the bet they're making, they didn't do that. If they wanted to be buying them because they think that we got a deal going through, they're not doing that either. So from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, inside Verstock, the Einstein of Wall Street, I'm just saying, stay pat, be patient, see what happens. Tomorrow's another day. It is the end of the month. It is May. We're going to be coming into June. There's a lot going on. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow.